My brother-in-law's grandfather, named Song Gong, was a student at the county school. One day, while lying sick in bed, he saw a constable holding official documents and leading a white-faced horse, coming towards him and saying, "Please go and take the exam." Song Gong replied, "The chief examiner has not arrived yet, why has the exam started?" The constable did not answer, only urging him to hurry up. Song Gong reluctantly propped up his ailing body, mounted the horse, and followed the constable. The places they passed were all unfamiliar. They arrived at a city resembling the imperial capital of an emperor. After a while, they entered the government office, and the buildings were magnificent. On the large hall, several officials were seated, all of unknown names, except for Guanxing Emperor who could be recognized. Under the eaves, there were tables and chairs, 2 each, and there was already a scholar sitting in the lowermost seat. Song Gong sat down beside him. Both tables were equipped with paper and pens. Before long, the exam questions were handed down, and Song Gong saw 8 characters, 1 person, 2 persons, with intent or without intent. The 2 of them finished their essays and presented them to the hall. In Song Gong's essay, there were sentences like, "Intentionally doing good deeds, even if good, should not be rewarded, unintentionally doing bad things, even if bad, should not be punished." The divine beings in the hall passed the essays to each other, praising them incessantly. The divine beings summoned Song Gong to the hall and said to him, "There is a vacancy for a city god in Henan, and you are suitable for the position." Song Gong finally understood what was happening and knelt down, crying, "I am honored to accept this heavy responsibility, I dare not decline. However, my elderly mother is already 70 years old, with no one to care for her. I earnestly request to serve and take care of my mother in her remaining years, and then come to await official appointment." A divine being who looked like an emperor at the time ordered someone to check Song's mother's lifespan. A long-bearded official, holding the Book of Life and Death, flipped through it and reported, "There are still 9 years of vitality." While the divine beings were hesitating, Guan Yu said, "It might as well let Zhang Jun go as a substitute for 9 years, and then take over later." So, the emperor-like divine being said to Song Gong, "You should have gone to your post immediately. Now, out of filial piety, we grant you a 9-year leave, and we will naturally come to summon you when the time comes." He also encouraged Zhang Jun with a few words. Song Gong and Zhang Jun kowtowed and withdrew from the hall. Zhang Jun held Song Gong's hand and escorted him all the way outside the city, telling him that he was someone from Changshan County named Zhang. He also composed a poem as a farewell gift. Song Gong mostly forgot Zhang Jun's poem, but he remembered these 2 lines, "With flowers and wine, spring is always here, without candles or lamps, the night is naturally bright." After mounting his horse, Song Gong bid farewell and left. When he returned home, it was as if he had suddenly awakened from a dream. By then, he had been dead for 3 days. His mother heard moaning from the coffin, hurriedly helped him out, and it took a long time for him to be able to speak. Inquiring in Changshan, it turned out that a certain Zhang Jun had died on that day. 9 years later, his mother indeed passed away. After burying his mother, taking a bath, Song Gong entered the house and died. His father-in-law's family lived inside the west gate of the city, suddenly saw Song Gong coming on horseback. The horse was adorned with carved chest straps, with large red ornaments on both sides of the horse's head, and many carriages and horses followed behind. Song Gong ascended the hall, bowed to his father-in-law, and then left. The entire family of the father-in-law felt surprised and puzzled, not knowing if this was Song Gong's spirit. So, they sent someone to inquire in the countryside, and it turned out that Song Gong had already died. Song Gong had a self-written biography, but unfortunately, it was lost after the turmoil. The story told here is just a rough outline of it.